What do you think? After all this, people of course have positive beliefs. What can you say about that belief which people have towards you? Recently in the Russian newspaper, Panorama, there was an article about bioenergy. It was the result of research on bioenergy, which was done secretly in the Soviet Union. Now every information from the archives is out, and there are no secrets. There was a very interesting fact. Adolf Hitler was studying about bioenergy. He had opened a university. He had a laboratory where they researched and studied biotherapy. From India, he had invited lamas who were working in the university. There was an interesting incident when Mussolini was captured. Otto Skorzeny liberated him. The way they found Mussolini was that in the university, the 6 lamas sat down together with the map of the world on the table. Hitler asked them to find where they were hiding Mussolini, and all 6 of them were able to point on the same spot. All 6 of them had given the number of the room where Mussolini was, and that's the way they had been able to find him and free him. So what you are saying is that you have the strength, the ability to use it in such cases. No, I want to say that there is no need to get into a book of science fiction. All this is very real. I want to tell you about another incident, that when the Soviet tanks entered Berlin, they were commanded to turn the engines off. After turning all the engines off, the tanks became a fixed target, and many were destroyed. It turned out that there was no such command. It was a telepathic command from the Germans. All this information was pulled out of from the archives. And today, why isn't this kind of power used in the government? What do you think? In the Panorama article, it was very well written. A group of scientists, with the head scientist in charge, had studied bioenergy. They did experiments. The first experiment was done on an egg. They studied the changes as it turned into a chick. Then they did it on a dead human body to see what changes take place, the impulses after death. That way they reached many results and came up with real good answers. Then Andropov tried to get a job for him, the head scientist in the KGB. But he had refused to do it. And he lost all his rights to work as a scientist in laboratories, and had lost his license to study or experiment. And what was amazing was that he was working in the train serving people. But still, they were studying and experimenting in the train. They were able to mathematically calculate the power which extrasense people like me are having after working with bioenergy. Turned out that the energy that we use at that moment, if we turn it into heat energy, it is equal to the heat energy of the sun, which has a mass of 100 times greater than of a person. For example, if I weigh 70 kilograms and we take 7 tons of the sun's portion, the heat released from that is equal to the energy which is released at that moment.